All right, Sarah, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you, Clark?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Thanks. We're trying this Hangout thing for the first time.
Yep.
So let's give this a whirl. We have similar interests. We've run across each other a number of different ways, mainly from the marketing side. So I thought it'd be interesting to talk right now about things that you guys have going on over at McNay and Voth Coaching. You have this new community that you started. Tell me about it. The Gateway community. What is all that about?
We do. What we have is we have brought the ADHD coaching to the general Great Plains area as we sit down and work with persons on an individual basis, either parents, persons who have ADHD, spouses, families, whatnot, and we work with them to build the skills that they need to live a more mainstream existence. We work on things such as improving their focus, organizational skills, time management skills. So, having said that, on the coasts, it's a very expensive process to go through. It's very much a higher income bracket type of a treatment, and in the Great Plains facilities, that's not necessarily the way that we do business around here. So we try to make it more affordable to the masses. So what we do is we have two tiers. We have our first one is called the Cornerstone community, and it is 2 treatments a month. We talk with you. You have a 1-hour coaching session twice a month. We also provide texts and supportive documents over the course of the month. That one is $47.95, and then for $97.95 we have 4 treatments a month, or 4 coaching sessions a month.
Tell me kind of who's this best for?
This is best for persons who have been diagnosed through a mental health facilitator, either the general practitioner, psychiatrist, psychologist, who realize that you can go and get your medical interventions, or you can go and get your alternative interventions such as chiropractic, nutrition, etc., but you realize that they need to develop the skills in life. They need to be able to compensate for their disorder with skills rather than relying on the pills, because the pills will get you so far. So persons who come to us are parents who have children under the age of 12 who realize that their kids are gotten so far in life, but they're going to be developing into teenagers and young adults soon, and they're going to be able to have to rely and advocate for themselves. And so they need the skills that they need. They're going to need the skills in order to do that. We also have young adults, 20s, 30s, 40s, who have gotten so far in life and realize that, you know, this isn't necessarily working for me. Something's going wrong. I'm having problems with my relationships. I'm having problems with my finances. I'm not able to keep up and follow up and do the follow-through at work. I need help developing those skills in order to progress in a more positive manner in my life. So those are the people who come to us.
Gotcha. And what's the best way or easiest way to try to kind of see if this is the right thing for an individual? What kind of process do you have for that, and how do they connect with you?
Well, what they could do is go onto our website, which is coachadhd.com. We have a little story about our family and our connections with ADHD through my father. He was diagnosed when he was 45, and I have college. There's an application, if that sounds like. There's also some information. There's a link to a couple of articles about coaching, what it is, what it does, what we will expect out of the coaching sessions. And then if that's something that the people if that's interesting, or if it sounds like it is going to meet the needs of the person who's reading it, then we have an application that they can click on that link and fill out. and that application can be sent back to me. And then what we do is we get together, either if you're in Wichita, located in Wichita, we'll get together in person at our office, or if you're outside of Wichita, then we can do it via Skype, Google Hangout, whatever, telephone. And you get a free hour consultation to discuss what coaching is and how it can work and benefit your family. And then after that, then we review the application and progress from there.
Kind of give some background to your mom and her expertise.
Dr. Atheline McNay is my mother. She has been working with persons who have special needs since the early 1970s. She was graduated with her master's degree when she was 23, and at about that time she became engaged to my father, who had symptoms. She just decided that he was weird and crazy and wacky and fun to be around, and they got married. So over the course of their marriage, Mom had been doing research and researching what was at first called minimal brain dysfunction, which is a horrible term, and then in the 80s it switched over to attention deficit disorder, and then soon into attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And she was reading those symptoms and doing the research, and what the research said at the time was, you know, they're talking to children who have these symptoms, and then they talk to their parents about, you know, your child has these symptoms, and this is what's going on, and this is the disorder that we think that they have. And the parent at that time would realize, you know, I was just like that. So Dr. Atha took that to my dad, and he said, oh, you mean there's a reason I am the way that I am? I'm not the only one. So about that time, then she went and got her doctorate and in psychology, doctor of philosophy, excuse me. I'll get it right one of these days. And you know, has been teaching in colleges and universities, and decided about 18 months ago that this was something that needed to be brought to the general Great Plains area to help other families in ways that we wish that our family had been helped.
Well, listen, Sarah, I appreciate your time, and we'll talk some more on these Google Hangouts and get more specific about maybe some of the things that go into successful non-medical, non-chemical treatments for folks who have this, and certainly is something that getting the word out about is very important. So I appreciate your time.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, Sarah, we'll take care, and we'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, you too.